Welcome to the first of our series of videos around Tell Me About, a series of videos about a range of assistive technologies available from SERU. These technologies are available when you borrow one of our loan laptops, where you can trial things such as Dragon, Read and Write, Clicker 7, and so on. For more information about the range of options, please contact us at SERU. So today, we're going to be covering three things around Dragon. This video is not a very detailed explanation and training video. This video is designed to give you a quick overview of what Dragon is, how to get started when you want to trial the program, and some key points that you should keep in mind when you're trialing the program. So let's start with what is Dragon. I'm going to open a blank Word document, and while I do that, you'll notice that at the top of the screen we have a Dragon toolbar. So Dragon is a voice recognition program. Basically, you speak into the microphone and what you say is transcribed instantly into text and displayed within your document. So before we get started, you do need to make sure you plug in the headset you're going to be using. We do provide one when we loan Dragon on a laptop for you to trial. It's important that you plug in the headset prior to starting the program. Once you've done that, then you can go and create a user profile. So let's just go through that process now. Once you open Dragon, you need to click on Settings, go into Profile, and create a new user profile. Click on the New button and click Next. Once you enter a name, click the Next button, and from here ensure you choose the Australian location for your accent and follow the buttons. Because you had plugged in the microphone headset that came with the laptop, you'll notice that it's available as one of our choices. So it's very important that you do choose the high quality microphone to get the best possible results with the program. Click Next. And here you get a reminder about how to position the headset. It's very important that the microphone is positioned to the corner of your mouth and not directly in the front of your mouth, and about 3 centimeters away from your face as well. Once positioned correctly, click the Next button, and then you'll be confronted with a screen where you do need to run a volume check to make sure the microphone and Dragon have got the optimum voice and volume levels set. So click on the Start button and start to read the screen. I am reading this text out loud, clearly and naturally. I will continue to use this tone when I dictate with the product. If you get an error like this, click OK and try once more. The reason it could be happening is the Andrea headsets that we supply does have a small plastic button attached to the cable. So if you notice the blue light is switched on, it's because the button has been muted. So press the button to make sure the blue lights disappeared, and then try again. I'm reading this text out loud, clearly and naturally. I'll continue to use this tone when I dictate with the product. So now you can see the microphone is actually switched on, and I can say whatever I like. I can continue reading what's on the screen, but of course, if the young person you're working with finds it difficult to read fluently and naturally what's on the screen, they can say whatever they like, because all that Dragon is doing at this point in time is listening to the volume, and there we go. So now it's finished creating your user profile. While it's creating this profile, The next part we're going to do is actually tweak some of the settings for your profile so that it's customized for student use. Because we've created a new user profile, one of the first things that will appear on the screen will be an interactive tutorial. We won't go through this now, but certainly you can watch the tutorial if you borrow one of our laptops. So let's exit for now, and we'll click on Got It. If you do want to access the tutorial, all the help topics and tutorials can be found when you click on the question mark. So certainly you can go and click on the tutorial anytime to revisit what we're going to cover in this short video. Now, we do need to personalize some of the settings for student use. So for the profile, we're going to go into settings and options. And you'll see there are a number of options that we do need to modify. So with the correction options, we untick the first one, tick the next two. Further down, we do also recommend you tick the one called automatic playback on correction, and also show choices and anchor. Before clicking apply, we do have a few other settings we would like you to modify. If you click on the miscellaneous options, it's best to slide the sliding bar in about a quarter of the way to sacrifice a little bit of speed and to help with perhaps focus a little bit more on accuracy. And finally, in the data settings, we need to change save recorded dictation with document from always to never. So once all these settings are applied, make sure you do click the apply button first and then click OK. Right, so now we're ready to look at a bit about Dragon. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to use my mouse to click on the red microphone to switch it on. You'll notice when I hover my mouse cursor over the microphone, it does give me an indication of which microphone it's listening for. So let's click on that to make it green. My microphone is now switched on and I can start to dictate my thoughts, full stop. New line. So as you can see, Dragon is transcribing everything that I say, full stop. New line. While I'm dictating, I'm also using some commands, full stop. The commands that I've used so far are full stop and new line. So you'll notice there, even though I said full stop and new line, it saw new line as a command and didn't put it in as dictation. It did it again. Sometimes you need to be patient with Dragon, and sometimes it can be very instantaneous with what you say. Full stop. Go to sleep. Now the last thing I just said there was go to sleep, which is actually a command. So as you can quickly see, we can actually control our microphone by voice or with mouse. One thing that's important to realize is that when Dragon is listening to your voice, it is listening for those two things, dictation and commands. So when you dictate, you can say as much as you like or as little as you like. You can pause halfway through a sentence while you think of how to finish that sentence. Dragon knows that you're dictating. We recommend that you do speak naturally. Don't try and overemphasize your words or be too dramatic with your storytelling. and make sure that you also use punctuation. So it's very important to finish your sentence by saying full stop. Once you do that, Dragon listens back to the entire sentence because it not only relies on how you pronounce words, Dragon also relies heavily on context to make sure that the word that goes in that are similar sounding is actually the correct word. As well as listening for dictation, Dragon also listens for commands. So things like full stop and wake up are commands, as is go to sleep when you control your microphone by command. The other thing that we probably need to mention is that Dragon is one of those programs that gets better and more accurate the more you use it. However, to become more accurate, it's very, very important that you actually train your Dragon in the right manner. So if Dragon does make a mistake, it's no point going back and using your keyboard to make corrections to those errors. Dragon doesn't pick up that they have made an error when you do that. So it's very important to use a command, and that command is called the correction command. So when you correct something on the screen, Dragon will display a correction window. Once that correction window appears on your screen, then by all means, yes, you can use your keyboard to correct the word. And once you've corrected it, Dragon logs that entry and remembers the next time you use that word, what the word actually is. So let's see if we can try and make some errors now, and we'll demonstrate that correction technique in action. Wake up. So now I'm going to try and make some errors with Dragon so that I have an opportunity to make a voice correction, full stop. That sentence was entirely accurate, except for an omission, full stop. Correct admission. I've turned off my microphone so I can explain what has now happened on the screen. You can see that admission and omission are very similar sounding words, and I did need to correct admission. So once I say correct admission, the spelling window comes up, or the correction window comes up, and from there, hopefully, Dragon will list the word that I actually wanted to use. And in this case, it has. So there's a number of ways now that I can actually make this correction and finalize the process. I could have done it by voice, where I said choose one, but I can also do it while the microphone is switched on. I can also do it all by keyboard and mouse as well. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to click on the first choice and click OK. And you'll see once I click OK, it will correct admission to omission. So that's the voice correction technique, a very, very important process that you must make a habit to get the best possible benefits from using Dragon. There are some more and more to the program as well. The other two that we might show you in this video in helping you get started with Dragon are found in the toolbar. So we can use read that, and what that will do is read back the last thing before the cursor. So if I select the last sentence and choose read that, okay, and while it's selected, I can also go into playback, and Dragon will play back what I actually said. So there are two features that are really helpful when users want to play back what Dragon transcribed, or if they want to recall what they actually said, they can do the playback option to remind themselves. So these are the core features that hopefully will help you understand how Dragon works and how you can get started with trialing the program. It is a program that takes a long time to become highly personalised for use. And certainly, if you would like to contact us here at SERU, we can go and give you more detailed information about a whole lot of other options available to you. So our service also includes consultations, and these are open to educators and education department staff, and also to families. And also we can go through and offer much more detailed training for some events as well. Please refer to our SERU YouTube channel for additional videos that will be looking at different technologies that are available for loan. Dragon is the first one we're promoting, but there are other software programs that are also useful to explore. Thanks very much for viewing the video, and we hope that a trial of Dragon turns out to be something that's quite useful for you or for that young person you're working with.